Well, right now, residents in the Old First Ward are suing to stop a housing development right along the Buffalo River. And good Friday evening, everyone. I'm Scott Levin.
And I'm Mary Alice Demler. They say their neighborhood was taken into account when the project was pitched, and they fear there could be other negative impacts as well.
Joining us sides, Rob Hackford has been digging into this story for us tonight. Rob, what'd you learn?
Scott and Mary Ellis, 19 neighbors and businesses in the Old First Ward want the city of Buffalo and the developer to halt the project. The so-called RIV was debuted last October and was set for the corner of Hamburg and South, but has gotten more pushback. The apartment complex in the Old First Ward was approved by the Buffalo Planning Board back in January.
It is 4 different buildings.
That's designer Michael Conroe presenting the proposal for the buildings that would have 85 units. The firm met with neighbors months earlier as well. The plan would take over this corner of Hamburg Street and South Avenue. It just hasn't sat well with everyone, including Gene McCarthy's owner, Bill Metzger.
I told them very clearly I was not interested in selling.
Metzger owns 2 properties right next to the project. So to stop it from moving forward, he and 18 others have filed a lawsuit against the city and the developer.
To be fair to the developers, they have listened to a lot of our concerns. Unfortunately, there's just certain concessions they're not willing to make. I think the bottom line comes to having a certain amount of occupancy that they're going to be able to recoup the amount of money they're putting into the project.
That's Patrick Gormley, whose group, the Old First Ward Community Association, is a part of the lawsuit. It claims the developer, JC Properties, omitted an environmental document and the city failed to scrutinize the project. It asks that all approvals and permits for the projects be rescinded until further discussion.
Really what we'd like to see is a reduction in the housing. I mean, profitability isn't the only reason that the building is it. I know it's a very important issue for those who invest in it, but for the neighbors that pretty much are against this project as the size of it is, we'd like to see something more in keeping with the region.
3 homes have already been bought up by JC Properties in the same area over the past 3 years for well over their assessed values. They now sit vacant. In an area that already experiences flooding, Metzger and Gormley are also worried how runoff could impact other neighbors.
We're definitely not anti-development in the First Ward. We just want to make sure that the thoughts and concerns of the community are taken into account.
Well, 2 apartment buildings have successfully been put up on Ohio Street and in the ward at the Barcalo manufacturing complex that's currently being worked on. Designer for the project, Elevate Architecture, said in a statement, while they do not comment on ongoing litigation, they believe the RIV is a great fit for the area and is, quote, designed to return the area to the nature and scale of past development. In the Information Center, Rob Hackford, Channel 2 News.